Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy Dixie.
The day I change, to wake up not the same, run from those chains. Felt like a high-speed chase, the way I switch plates, from showing hate to things. I can't wait for you to blow my mind the minute I dive deep, 'cause I know what I want, they care less if they needed it more. Learning every day to show grace. I've been thinking how.
And today we're going to talk about the TubeTech CL1B. But before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me how you like to use this plugin. Do you think it's overrated or overhyped? Or what do you feel about this plugin? Don't forget to check out MixLikeNix.com, the best website to get all new vocal presets, mixing and mastering courses, mixing services, and also plugin presets. So let's get to this right now. Let's talk about the TubeTech CL1B. I'm actually going to whip up a pack right now in the way that I like to use it and show you guys. So this is actually the soft tube version, okay? Not the UAD one, so you guys could really like enjoy this preset pack, you know? And on my website, I do have some free presets of the TubeTech CL1B, but that was just like me playing around. Today, I'm actually dialing in a sound, okay? Most important thing, I got it on the mix bus right now. I got it on the mix bus, and this is a way that I like to use this plugin a lot as a saturator.
In the wrong way, so why'd you hit the brakes for me? Wait up. Even if I already know you, they said a nice challenge in your throne. I said I'm on the way, nowhere near your home. Come out loud to you more than my friends know. Even if I already know you know, let the water flow. I'm all I never was now. Be a lie if I wasn't keeping count. Every time I work, you to spit me out. I got used to being let down. Every moment I try to wear the crown.
So that's the way I use it a lot consistently as a saturator. So I actually threw it on my master fader and used it as a fucking saturator with zero compression. I don't want no compression. I just want the sound of the tubes. So let's talk about that. That's the most important thing with the plugin, is that it's called the TubeTech Compressor, but that's just because of the amplifier. That's not necessarily because it's doing actual tube compression, okay? It uses an optical circuit. So it's pretty much just like a LA2A, man. You know, but the benefit over a regular LA2A is that this whip right here got a little bit extra controls. This one, it's got the fucking windows that pull down. It's got the nitrous. It's got the hydrogen, a double spoiler in the back that makes it go 100,000 miles per hour. So that's the difference between an LA2A and a TubeTech C1B. This is just a glorified LA2A. You know, it just got more controls, attack and release and all that stuff like that, and ratio control. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's called a TubeTech because of the preamp. It's called a TubeTech because it comes with a side of Chipotle TubeTech sauce. Not necessarily it's a TubeTech burger. You know, it's an optical compressor burger. That's the actual meat, is the optical compressor. But the ketchup, the sauce, the Chipotle sauce, it's definitely a TubeTech CL1B Chipotle sauce. That's all it is the sauce, the flavor of the sauce, okay? So guys, let's see how I would use it on a lead vocal. How do I play around with it live? I'm gonna show you from scratch.
So why'd you save me? 'Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed, and I woke up 'cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I lay you down. So long, guess away all my guilt and my shame. The day I changed, to wake up not the same, and run from those chains. Felt like a high-speed chase, the way I switch plates, from showing hate to things. I can't wait for you to blow my mind the minute I dive deep, 'cause I know what I want, they care less if they needed it more. Learning every day to show grace. I've been thinking how in the wrong way, so why'd you hit the brakes for me and wait up for me?
For me, in my opinion, the sweet spot with the TubeTech CLB is no more than 1 or 2. When you start to go to 3, 5, and 6, because it's an optical compressor in the release time, it might say fast release, but that's relative. That's like if your grandpa was running around the track and field and they say, damn, grandpa is fast for his age. See, that's what changes everything for his age. For this type of compressor, so even though it says fast, just know it ain't really fast like that. You feel me? And with modern music, when we look at that BPM in the right hand corner, 163, yikes, man, we're gonna need something that can let go of the vocal pretty fast, okay? And because of that, that's why we are going to use this as a vocal main preset. So I usually like to keep my TubeTech CL1B at the bottom of the chain. Sometimes you can use it in the beginning, but I just find that it's best to have a transparent processor in the very beginning, You know, like you do some transparent stuff. Like you do your motherfucking EQ. You use an EQ that's not too colored. You know, you use a multi-band. You get the shit to actually sound right. You actually clean up the floor before you start to start putting decorations on the ground. You know, this is like a decoration style type of plugin. So yeah, let me put this in there real quick. And yeah, so most of the times I usually use like a slow attack. I don't even try, like I don't want to pinch down too much. I use a slowish attack, a quick release, and I try to not tap it more than 1 dB at the end of the chain. Now here's another way that you guys have seen me use this shit so many times on the, where is that motherfucker at? Where is that motherfucker at? As a parallel. You guys see me use the CL1B so many times as a parallel. And let's go over here and create a parallel. So it's also good on a parallel too, because like how I said, it is relatively slow. But when you put it on a parallel, if you want to slow down a vocal, this is what I would do. If you want to speed up a vocal, you kind of use the 76 and the release is like ahead. The release is kind of like ahead of the actual real vocal. It sounds a little too fast. That's how you make a vocal feel like, I'm running late. I gotta get to work. I gotta get to school. That's how you make the release like overly fast on the parallel chain. You'll see what I'm talking about. So let's say in a situation like this, I want to slow down the song. Man, if I want to slow down the motherfucking song, I'm gonna make my release timed with this track, but then make it a little bit less slower to make it feel like there's something sluggish, a backpack that is weighing on the lead vocal.
So why'd you save me? 'Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed, and I woke up 'cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I let you down. So long, cast away all my guilt and my shame. The day I changed to wake up not the same, and run from those chains. Felt like a high-speed chase, the way I switched plates, showing hate to things. I can't wait for you to blow my mind the minute I dive deep, 'cause I knew what I wanted, care less if they needed it more. Running every day to show grace, I've been thinking how in the wrong way. So why'd you hit the brakes for me and wait up for me? So why'd you save me? 'Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed, and I woke up 'cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I let you down. So long, cast away all my guilt and my shame. The day I changed to wake up not the same, and run from those chains. Everything in my flesh helps me run from nothing. It's hard to contact, you never make an impact. Everything was all bad.
And because like how I said, the release is a little bit slower, it makes it feel like there's something weighing on the backpack. Now the vocal feels more present. I like this type of parallel compression when I'm not going for something hyped, when I'm going for something smooth, something cool, something, hey, who is that guy over there, man? That's a smooth ass motherfucking parallel compressor. Who is that dude? That man got swag, bro. Ain't even gonna lie, that little CL1B, that little CL1B right there is a smooth parallel guy. You feel me? He's a smooth parallel. You know, you could even mix it in with the actual real knob if you guys wanted to. But also I like to go on that vintage Mark 1 too. That's another great way. It just sounds more warm. So here's a trick that a lot of people don't know. You could go on your actual main vocal and really get aggressive. Like if I was on my bullshit and I was mixing like an auto-tune vocal, I would go to the real lead vocal, right? And I would like roll off more low end than I needed to, right? And then I would rebuild it back with the parallel compression. You know, this style parallel compression to get that little baby super crispy vocal, but it still got body. That's how you do it. You get aggressive on the main vocal, but then you rebuild it back with parallel compression or saturation. So that's a gem. Like, oh, man, I can't believe I gave that gem away too. Fuck, bruh. Okay, let me move on to the background vocals real quick. And this would be like a background vocal glue type of preset I'm gonna do.
So why'd you save me? 'Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed, and I woke up 'cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I let you down. So long, cast away all my guilt and my shame. The day I changed to wake up not the same, run from those chains. Felt like a high. Why'd you save me? 'Cause it could've ended the moment more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed. And I woke up, cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I let you down. So long, guess away. All my guilt in my shame. The day I changed, to wake up not the same, and run from those chains. Felt like a high-speed chase, the way I switch plates, for showing hate to things. I can't wait for you to blow my mind the minute I dive deep, cause I know what I wanted, care less if they needed it. Why'd you save me? Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed. And I woke up, cause the moment you saw me give up, that's wait up for me. So why'd you save me? Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed. And I woke up, cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I let you down. So long, guess away. All my guilt in my shame. The day I changed, to wake up not the same, and run from those chains. Everything in my flesh tells me run from. Wait up for me. So why'd you save me? Cause it could've ended the more I think. I try to forget the moment I dreamed. And I woke up, cause the moment you saw me give up, that's when I let you down. So long, guess away. All my guilt in my shame. The day I changed, to wake up not the same, and run from those chains. Everything in my flesh.
Yeah, so we're taking advantage of it over here as a way to really like press down onto the ad-libs together, and then we just use that output volume all together to like bring them all up. But for the most part, I like to crush them with the CL1B with the fastest attack possible, and the release time is going to depend. If you have ad-libs, you usually do a faster release, but in this situation you want something medium slow or something timed with the actual track so you can get the background vocals to swell up the way that you want them to do. The most important thing is that like on the background vocals I get more aggressive because I want them to be clamped down into the mix, and also like with background vocals we want to be focused on the mid-range more, so we use the side chain. All right, and that's how you get some good old-fashioned background barbecue sauce, background glue. All right, now let's move on to the ad-libs. Ad-libs is, I always try to keep it dumb with the ad-libs, you know.
But I'm on the way, nowhere near home. Come out loud to you more than my friends love. Even if I already know, you know. Let the water flow, I'm all I never was now. Be alive if I wasn't keeping count. Every time I work. No.
So specifically with ad-libs, I usually like to use like the fixed, you know, like I don't try to like overthink it. I like to just use the fixed attack, you know, so the attack doesn't matter. It just kind of does it based on an average, you know. And usually with the ad libs, because here's the genius, I like to usually throw my reverb directly onto the ad lib, like my reverb and my auto tune and my delays. I like to throw them direct. So to make them feel really compact and tight in the mix, like they have their own pocket, I will put them on the aux and then put the compressor at the end. So you understand me? Like because the actual reverb and delay is on the actual audio track itself, it's going into the aux and they're all touching the CL1B. So now the CL1B is acting like a masseuse about to give a happy ending and really massaging everything together. So it feels like in the track, like damn, there's like a reverb throw, but it's in its own world, you know, and that's kind of like fitting to the subject matter of the artist.
No.
You hear now how the reverb is swelling up because there's the release time of the compressor. So now those delays and those effects, like for example, look, I have a fucking Valhalla room and then I have like a fucking meta flanger. Now all those effects are gonna start swelling up together. So they just sound way more cohesive. I have like the lossy, and I have like the ROM, and I have like different reverbs and different things coming in and out, but they still feel consistent because there's a fucking cousin that makes them related. Oh, we all got the same cousin. Yeah, we kind of related. We have blood, man. You didn't know that? Tube Tech CL1B. Oh, that's your cousin too? No fucking way, bro. I don't believe it, man. I can't believe that's your cousin. So yeah, this is another great way to glue the ad libs. So ad libs, yeah, ad lib magic. I would tell you that you put that at the end of your ad lib bus, or you know, make sure you actually put the real effects on the audio track. You just do that to give separation, and you put this at the end, and it's gonna sound amazing. So this is me, my masterclass, my 15-minute way that I like to use the Tube Tech CL1B in different ways. I showed the lead vocal, I showed the background vocals, I showed the ad libs, I showed the master bus, and yeah, I showed it on parallel compression. These are the different ways I like to use it rather than the standard put it after the Neve. You know, I got my own techniques, and I'm happy I could share it with you guys. But I do want to level up your mixes though, guys. So don't forget to check out MixLikeNix.com and book a mix so you can get your track sounding like this with all the detail. You see the passion and emotion behind the craft that we can bring to your sound. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Let me know how you like to use the CL1B. Check the link down below to grab this preset pack. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.